Hey guys, what's up? It's Steve, and today we're going to be playing 60 Seconds Re-Atomized. Now, I did play the drill a little bit to kind of get my bearings on how to play, but I didn't actually try the Apocalypse version yet, where you actually have to do everything, so let's see here. So we're going to go with him, and select difficulty. Exploration time, 20. Let's just go for the one in the middle. Okay, what do I grab? Food. Okay. Grab that. And bring that over. Oh no. Crashing into stuff. Grab more water. Oh, not getting it. Ooh, the radio. That's important. Okay. Where are the kids? Grab her. Uh-oh. Where are the kids at? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't like this time crunch. Grab more stuff. Okay. Go, 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 go. There we go. Okay, I didn't get any of the kids, though. Well, I guess without the kids, you need less food and water, so that might be good. I got the map, I got the radio, I got the handbook, and I got the axe. Let's see here. Just the two of us, day one. There wasn't enough time to get the kids, but surely this was just a drill and they're okay, right? We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked up better anyways, so I guess we have ammo, but we don't have a gun, so I don't think that's going to be useful. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly, so I guess I didn't grab enough water. Okay, let's see. Well, with the kids out of the picture, we don't have to worry about them, and they don't need anything. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what can we make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Alright, let's see here. So day 2. I don't know how many days in between they need to eat. I think it's like 4 or 5. Okay, day 2. Our relocation is probably something we're able to discuss after we get out of here. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope that it'll stay that way. Do you guys need anything yet? No. Okay, so we only have 3 bottles of water, but we do have 5 soups. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. Should we start prepping for an expedition tomorrow? Well, we could use extra stuff. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments. When the future is not looking too pretty and all you see is naked walls, not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened, we started fighting like crazy. I like the little doodles that they put in here too. Okay, day 3. I guess not much goes on the first few days. Day 3. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Ted should drink something soon. Dolores will not last long without water. So I guess they need a drink today. So I guess it's 3 days they need to drink. Okay. We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday and feel ready to go right now. Who should be the lucky one to venture into the unknown? Well, I guess if I'm playing as the husband, I don't want him to die. So let's send her out. Does she get to take anything with her, like the axe or anything, or? Day 4. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. So I guess I don't need to... Maybe it's 5 days where you have to feed them, because he seems fine still. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss, so when a single brick fell out from the wall revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. I guess? Hopefully you don't get sick from whatever it is. Day 5. Okay, day 5. We looked into the hole fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Okay, so we got extra soup, and Ted seems to be doing alright even though the world has gone to a crappy place. So I guess he still doesn't need to eat, right? No. Okay. There it goes again. Noises, weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls? Is it something behind the door? We don't know, and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. I don't have either of those things. Okay, so I guess I just have to go ahead. Oh, wow. What's with the sock puppet? Day 6. Haha, we can live with them noises, right? We can even be friends, haha. Boredom can really get to you in this shelter. It can lead to dark places. So is he going crazy then? Or, oh yeah, Ted has gone crazy. Okay, so he needs food and water. I should have grabbed more stuff. Guess what? We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing on one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. How about that? Should we prepare a mushroom feast today? Well, we already got enough food, so I don't think that's a good idea. When does she come back? Or how do you know if she's coming back? Day 7. We may be hungry, but there are some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. But he's not thirsty or hungry anymore, so I don't know what to do in this situation about his mental health or him going crazy. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup, they're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they're bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. It's time we wage war on these spiders. So what are we using? Yeah, smush them. I'm getting worried that she's not coming back. She's been gone for like 4 days now. Day 8. We always knew books were precious. They are the perfect weapon for waging total war on insectoids of any kind. Fear will keep the local spiders in line, fear of the Scout Handbook. While chasing them around the shelter, we found a misplaced water bottle. Awesome. That was a good hunt. So we got an extra water bottle. And same thing about Ted going crazy. Okay. Does he need anything? Nope, he's just crazy. Okay. There's nothing more annoying than silence, and that's all we're getting from our radio. No music, no talking, nothing. Is there anything we can do with the radio to make it work again? I didn't know it was broke. We sure know staring at it won't help. I didn't know it was broke, but yeah, I guess, I mean, if it's already broke, try it. Maybe that'll keep him from going crazy to listen to something. Oh, is she back? It sounded like the hatch opened. Ooh, she does not look good. She's green. Day 9. Well, we did what we could, but we still can't hear a thing, damn it. We were glad to see Dolores came back safely from the wasteland. When our scavenge trip was about to end with nothing, we remembered there was one place where we haven't looked yet. One place that is literally on our doorstep, trash cans in our neighborhood. Why do people throw out water? Who cares? Finders keepers. So we got more water. I think we're good on like the food and the water. That pacifist guy from around the corner threw out his rifle. It's ours now. Wonder if it still works. So that's awesome. So we got the bullets and the rifle. So that should be good. Oh, the irony, or maybe a paradox, or maybe neither. A gas mask is lying in a pile of stinky garbage. So we got that as well, laying on the wall. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Ted should drink something soon. Dolores would really love to eat something. So is she not sick? Oh, came down with the sickness. Okay, so she's tired of the sickness. Hopefully that'll go away, because I don't have a first aid kit. So what do you need? He is thirsty, and she is hungry. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. I don't think we should send him out. We don't really need anything. We can sit down here for a while. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. A radio can help with this. So, I thought the radio was broken, but okay, we can try to use it. Now, can she get him sick? Okay, day 10. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside has mostly gone. I wish I would have known she would have gotten sick from that before I sent her out. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Ted isn't acting normally. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. But he's not thirsty anymore. He is hungry. And Dolores has not eaten for a while. And she's still quite ill. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. I don't know how to help that. So she needs both. And he's hungry and crazy. It seems awful quiet outside. Maybe it's safe. Maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. Well, I guess he can't get sick anymore from the radiation, because they said it was, like, leveling down. So maybe send him out? We had some spare ammunition, but now it's gone. We don't know how or when. Oh, we lost the ammo? It must have been misplaced. We need to find it soon. How did you lose it? It was on the shelf there. Well, we don't have the flashlights. We can't do anything about that. So I guess the rifle's no good now. Day 11. It was too dark to find those tiny bullets without a flashlight. They aren't lost, technically. They're still in the shelter, technically. About his mental health. He's not hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. She has been eating, so maybe that's with, like, the sickness. Dolores' health has not improved. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Dolores is no longer thirsty, so she needs to eat again, and I think Ted's all good. Yeah. Okay, so give her more soup. We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday and feel ready to go right now. Who should be the lucky one to venture out into the unknown? Well, I guess we have to send him. We can't send him out with the gun because there's no bullets. So hopefully she doesn't die while he's out there, because I don't know if that would end it or not. Day 12. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here, but she's no longer hungry. I don't know what to do about that. About the tired and this. Well, I mean, we can't do anything about the sick part because we don't have the first aid kit. But I don't know how to do how to change the tired part. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? So I guess this takes part in like the Cold War time, I would assume. We could do it on our own, the escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. So yeah, so let's use the radio again and see if it picks anything up. Well, she's looking better, so that's good. She doesn't look as green. I mean, she still looks tired, but she doesn't look sick anymore. Day 13. We knew it. The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in the radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple days and told us to await further instructions. So she's still tired. She did get cured from her illness, so that's why she's not green no more. And she does need water. So I guess maybe the tired thing just has to kind of like go away. And she has to sit in here, I guess? We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. Should we send someone to answer it? I don't know if that's a good idea, because she's the only one in the shelter. I'm just gonna skip that. I don't know if you're supposed to answer it or not. It sounded like someone was knocking. Day 14. It's way too dangerous to just randomly run to a ringing phone in the middle of a radioactive ghost town. Agreed. We're not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It was pretty annoying for the all of us. Dolores is still tired, but she's no longer thirsty. So I guess I don't have to give her anything today. Our sorry excuse for dinner was interrupted by a raspy voice coming from outside saying, "Wanna buy a rock?" We calmed down when we realized the voice belonged to an old man, Jim, who used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. We just never quite figured out where he stayed. We should probably answer his questions. It's impolite to keep people waiting like that. He can be a murderer. Or he can be like a robber or something and take everything out of the shelter. So I would think no. So now is he going to come back all sick too? Or no, because of the radiation? Day 15. We did the only reasonable thing in this situation, which is to shout really loud that nobody is home. An old man soon left and didn't bother us anymore. Still tired and she needs to eat now. What's that trickling sound? And why is the wall so wet? Are we about to get flooded? We don't have life preservers or a boat. A boat wouldn't even fit inside the shelter. We need to do something, save the supplies. Oh, do I have to choose one to save? Do I have to choose one to save? I guess the radio's more important. I don't know what the map does. I'm gonna go with the radio, because we were supposed to wait for the government with the radio, so I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, so the map did get destroyed. 16. Well, that was lucky. The shelter filled with water pretty rapidly, and we were certain we were going to drown. With our heads barely above the water, we weren't even able to open the hatch and escape. Before we can start considering the worst, the water level started to drop. We were fine, safe from the mess we need to deal with. Okay, so we did lose the map. Ted has been outside for too long and still has not returned. We fear he isn't coming back. Is he dead then? That's not good. So she's rested, no longer hungry, but she does have to drink. So, oh, so he's dead. Oh, man. So I can't even, like, send anyone out, because what if I send her out, and then there's no one in the shelter? We're not certain about the situation on the surface. The trip can be risky. I can't really send her outside, though, I don't think, right? Because then if she doesn't make it back, then it's over. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It had no address or name on it. We're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Sounds shady. Yeah, let's open it. Oh, she's sick. Is she sick because of the briefcase? Because what was in it? Day 17. It was an innocent-looking water bottle, so we took a sip. We thought we got lucky, but it was a lie. Either the water was irradiated, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, irradiated, or it was some kind of biological weapon. It made us feel pretty sick, so she's sick again. Oh, man. That's not good. She's our last one. And we don't have a med kit or anything. A few more hours of coughing and we'll get used to it. Our ventilation fans have halted and no fresh air seems to be circulating through the shelter. We have to fix it before we suffocate like the rats trapped by a professional and very cruel rat catcher. How is the book gonna help us with the ventilation fans? Unless it's gonna like show you how to like fix it or get air into the shelter, I guess. Okay, so let's use that up. She's not looking good at all. Let's see here. So day 18. Using the handbook to research vent maintenance seems like a fair idea. We figured if it's full of pointers on how to fix things, it must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out of that cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell and seemed to give us a fever. Well, she's already sick, so I guess that's not too bad. We can't just sit around while Dolores is so sick. So is she like even like sicker now, or? Yeah, we can't send her up. I mean, she'd die instantly. Like, she's sick and all that, and she has nothing to take up with her. Knock, knock. The sound always surprises and confuses us. It could mean anything, good or bad, but we're always curious. Should we open the door? Could be robbers, I think. Maybe. Or it can be someone giving something or some help. Well, I guess at this point, what do we have to lose? So, yeah, let's try it. I don't see anything different. We opened the hatch, but there was nobody there. Damn pranksters making jokes even after the apocalypse. So she's still sick and she needs water. If there is one person we truly miss, it's our great uncle Terry. He used to tell brilliant stories about turtles, elephants, and wizards. It would be so reassuring to hear one of those stories again, and yet we don't even have a photo of him, just memories. So I guess use the book? This book's been really helpful. I'm glad I grabbed it. I don't know what like half the stuff does. Day 20. Bingo. Our Scout's Handbook holds more than a ton of knowledge useful in times of apocalypse. There are some photos stuck in between the pages, along with some crosswords. We are saved. Only a few of them are solved. We can't just sit around while Dolores is so sick. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. But she's no longer thirsty, but she does need to eat. So we made it to day 20. I don't know how many days this can go up to. I know there's different endings that you can get, so I don't know when those start kicking in. How about we put that radio to good use? Something might be on the air even now. I feel like using it a lot's gonna break it. What is that noise? Well, it doesn't look broke, so that's good. Day 21. Some friendly souls on the radio were talking about a supply pack she lost during a trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. We rushed out and got to the package before anyone else. That's awesome. So we got the med kit now. We got extra food and water. So immediately give her that. And we should be good on food and water for a while. I don't even know if we should even send her out yet. It's really weird when you get that feeling that someone is watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while now. We checked all the closets and no one's hiding there. Is there something alive down here besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show it that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. Well, the gun doesn't have any bullets, I don't think. So I guess go with the axe? Is that the radio? She's looking better, so that's good. She's not like green anymore. Whatever it was, it's dead now, quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. Dolores was cured from her sickness, but she does need to drink. Let's give her that. Don't want to send her out. We've received another transmission from the army. That's good. They'll be doing a quick sweep of the area and asked all survivors to leave markings at the nearest bus stop to indicate they're around. The markings are to be made with cards. Guess we won't be able to play poker, but what if that gets us rescued? Then we can probably make that sacrifice. We don't have the cards to use for that. Oh, so that's not good. Is the army not going to be able to save us now, since we don't have those? Day 23. Damn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we are. This is a good bet they will... There is a good bet they will get back to us again, but when will that be? Dolores is no longer thirsty, so I think we missed our opportunity with the army. And I don't think she needs anything. No, she's good, so we don't need to use anything. Don't want to risk it. We had thought phone calls were a thing... Oh, so we already did this, where the phone booth was ringing on the street. Should we send someone to answer it? Yeah, let's try. I mean, it happened already, so maybe it's something important that's happening again, I guess? Well, she made it back safe, so that's good. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. Okay, so we answered the phone. They were talking, but the phone call was cut off, so I guess it didn't really do anything. We hope they will get back to us. So I guess if the phone rings again, to pick it up. And she's hungry too, so... We're not certain about the situation on the surface. A trip could be risky, but we can really use the supplies. I don't know. I mean, she's fine now. She's healthy. Should we send her up? But if she gets hurt, then she's our last person. I guess just wait around again? We were about to go to sleep when we heard scratching coming from the door. At first, it sounded like an angry rat trying to eat the damn thing. We soon discovered it was something much worse. Something is on the other side of the door trying to pry it open. We need to act. I guess send the axe again? Because we don't have any bullets, so I guess the gun would be useless unless it was like intimidation for someone. Oh, she don't look good now. Is she just tired, or... Oh, we lost the axe. Some axe action was enough to send those cowards running. So I guess it was people. Maybe it was like robbers or something. Bet that they'll be back again. Vermin like that are never gone. They crawl out of the shadows when the night comes. Let's keep our axe sharp. So we lost that. And she's tired and she needs something to drink. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are very limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of our local retirement home. They must have some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. Well, the well-being of our family is the most important thing in the world, right? So do we rob the retirement home? And there's not much... The well-being of our family, you're the only one left. I mean, we have a lot of water and stuff, but they might have medical supplies or something. So I guess, do we rob the old people? Yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. Uh-oh. Why is there a bloody handprint now? Was that there before? I don't remember seeing that. We got food, at least. We are now richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good about it. Let's just never mention this whole thing again. So we got 4 soups, and she's no longer thirsty. So I guess she doesn't need anything. We got lots of food. So let's not go out. We got visited today from a person with a physical mutation. He managed to grow several extra fully operational hands. He shared the story of his group with us, people with other deformities who, despite the circumstance, remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go out, people just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promised that if we gift him with some supplies, they'll help us get rid of bandits next time they bother us. Let's give them food. We don't want to give them the water because that's limited, but we have extra food. Is that the radio again? Whether it was pity or just fear of bandits, we're not sure, but we agreed to his terms. So we gave him the food, and she is fine as much as anyone could be and well in this tiny shelter. So she doesn't need anything, I guess she's just tired. We made it to almost day 30 already. I don't know how many, like I said, I don't know how many days are left till we get, like, saved. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there is any trouble in the area. As we were about to step outside, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness, and their owner started growling in the most terrifying way. Scare him off with the gun. Well, we still have the gun, so that's good. It doesn't look like anyone took anything. Quick shot with the rifle. How did we shoot with the rifle? We don't have bullets. A quick shot with the rifle was more than enough to scare her away or maybe bring down whatever creature stalked us in the darkness. We never saw it again, and she's thirsty. When emptying our bucket in front of the shelter, we discovered a hastily drawn map on one of the ruined walls. Someone drew out a route and marked a spot at the end of it. Maybe there are supplies hidden there? We should check it out. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Because if it was up there on the wall, other people saw it too. Day 29. We're not going to run around like Knights of the Round Table following some madman's scribbles on the wall. The world is scary enough as it is. and Dolores needs to eat. Thankfully, we have a lot of extra food. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we can get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? Well, I guess we can. We have the extra food, so let's gamble the food. Oh, we got a cat. Do we have to feed the cat? As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the wall. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says... Sherikov? Is that how you say it? Sherikov? Sherikov? Is that its name? So we got a cat for the can of soup. I don't know if the cat's useful in anything, or maybe the cat can scare things away, or maybe for the mice and stuff. Okay, so she don't need nothing, and we don't have to feed the cat, I guess. We are not alone. There's a huge hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of the pipes. Then send the cat! It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't let it get to it. We can't let it be in here when we sleep. So you can't send the cat after it. Oh, the gun's broke. How did the gun break like that from trying... Well... Oh man, so that's broke. We have no meds. We have lots of food. We have the cat, the Boy Scout handbook, the map's destroyed. And we have the radio and the gas mask. Day 31. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain. Good for us. So the gun blew up, and she needs water. Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 water bottles. So we can't play that, we don't have the cards. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set to the kids? Well, the kids are gone, so... We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We did, we robbed the old people. We sent that man away, good riddance, and she's no longer thirsty. She's judging gambling, but we robbed old people already. Another broadcast from the military. They said they need to locate... Oh, is this about the cards again? We don't have cards to mark anything. So can we not be saved from the army since we don't have the cards then? Day 33. We missed our chance to let the military know where we are. There's a good bet they will get back to us again. So if we don't have the cards, we can never signal them. So is that just going to kind of repeat? Like maybe we can't be saved by them then. And she needs to eat. Maybe we should go out and try to find the cards. I don't know if you can find the cards that way. It's tough surviving in these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's not something we are looking forward to. Cat find something? Oh, the cat's... Oh, okay, I thought the cat was gone. He moved from here to up here. Alright. Day 34. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal, and we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. So if she's been in here by herself so long. Why did he go crazy so quick and she's not? So she's no longer hungry, but she is thirsty. The cat, however you say that, sure can take care of itself, but we can't help but wonder how much of a self-made cat it is. It just so happens that we found an address on its collar. It's unlikely that its owner is still alive, and a trip to the wasteland is always risky. Should we go outside and check that address? So can we, like, scavenge it for, like, supplies and stuff? Let's try it. Well, we lost the cat. Before we reached the end of our streets, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up, said they've been looking for him for a while now. So the cat belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter, so we never made it to the house. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it for the last few days. Okay, so we lost the cat. One thing you don't expect is a band of people all dressed in green showing up at your doorstep and claiming they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let those clowns in? They might provide some quality entertainment. No, they might rob us. Day 36. We didn't answer those peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noise outside faded away. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. Yeah, that sounded like they were like robbers. They sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Okay, so she should be good then. Yeah, so she's just still tired. You would expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet, since, you know, most of the people aren't around anymore. Yet here we have someone at the door. When we opened it, we encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asked us to trade him a water chip. What's a water chip? I don't know, give him the water, see what happens. We don't have a lot of water left. But we are good on food. Did he give me anything? Day 37. The visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip. I don't know what a water chip is. He did help himself to the water we offered him and explained the chip is the utmost importance. Before we learned anything more, he left for the wasteland. So now she needs water and food. After all the days we spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad, real bad. It didn't bother us until we noticed it, and now we're about to get sick, so why not take a shower? We don't have soap, but there are other alternatives to consider? I don't know how the gas mask helps with that, but okay. Ooh, is the cat back? Oh, the cat is back, okay. And the mask is still fine, it seems. Day 38. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If we can survive just a little bit longer, dirty ears shouldn't be much of a problem. Just to be sure, dibs on the gas mask. To our surprise, we found the cat back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Well, she's no longer hungry or thirsty, so she shouldn't need anything. She's not sick. She's just tired, just fatigued. How long is this game? Day 38, the wasteland is full of surprises, like this man on the other side of our door knocking and claiming that he is willing to offer a lot for decent ammunition. We lost the ammunition, so we can't do that. Day 39. We could tell the stranger was disappointed, but that was none of our business. If ever there was a time to get used to life being disappointing, the end of the world is probably it. Okay, so we couldn't do anything with him because no ammo, and she's all good, so she doesn't need anything to eat or drink. Curiosity almost killed the cat. The cat found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled at it. The plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyways? Nobody remembers it being there. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it be, or should we examine that wire? What can the wire be? Let's check it out. Someone's knocking on the door. Day 40. We grabbed the cable and followed it to a rusty old truck parked in our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with two men wearing huge headphones who looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep, and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our bunker. If there's one thing we need, it's water. So they were spying on us? Maybe to, like, rob us or something? The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? No. I don't think that's a good idea. Because they were spying on us, so... We're getting really low on water. We only have 2 bottles left. Day 41. No discussions or deals are to be done with those who don't respect what little privacy we have. Our home, our rules, and we don't even have a lot of them. Don't steal soup, don't waste water, and don't wiretap our walls. Goodbye. So we sent them packing, and she doesn't need anything. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful, red-haired woman accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type, who was probably her guard. She told us she was a trader and eagerly showed us the items she'd brought along. So they offer bullets for the chessboard and a new map for the flashlight. We don't have either of those things, so we can't make any of these trades. That's the military again. I don't have the cards. It was hard to turn her down because of that cheerfulness, but we did it anyways. The woman seemed a bit disappointed and tried to offer us schematics for some weird gun. We turned that down too. It's not like we have any tools around anyways, so she wants to eat. Another broadcast, yeah, so we don't have the cards for the military, so I don't think they can save us. There has to be some other way we can get out of it without the military. So yeah, we missed our chance again. She needs water. Nope. Felt that we should do something about our interior decorations. It's really off in a fallout shelter. We were moving things around and we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. So we don't have the gun anymore because that blew up. So we can't do anything there either. Day 44. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever is behind the door will have to stay there. We also stacked some furniture against it just to make sure nothing and no one comes through there. So she doesn't need anything. And we didn't go and check and see what it was because we couldn't. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as the cat. The good news is they probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they are huge and will probably attack us if they get a chance. I guess we have to squish them then? That was close. The nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out of the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches, yikes. If there was anything to report, it would be written right there. So she doesn't need anything. Can't send anyone out. The more we know about what's going on outside, the better for us. Yes, let's use the radio. We're gonna run out of water soon, I think. I mean, we're not going through a lot of the food and the water because it's only her, but... Day 46. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. We can hear nothing but the annoying static. Better luck next time. So she wants to eat and drink. Ooh, okay, so we can do something here, but I don't know if we should. A woman came by with a creature she claims is a camel, provided that camels have 5 legs. The animal is carrying a pack of goods. Oh, wow. I don't think the radio is worth 4 waters. I mean... I don't think the radio is worth it. Day 47. In the end, we decided her offers were not for us. Maybe another time if she ever comes back. We can really use some more supplies. We counted all of them today, and the numbers did not make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know that a teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they are relatively safe. We can really use whatever they have. We could really use it, right? We do need the extra water. Yeah, let's try it. Well, we made it back, but I don't see any water. Day 48. We went, got what we needed, and came back. We're sure that group will do just fine, most probably. Yeah, absolutely. So we did get bullets, and she's fine. Just tired. But we did get the bullets. I don't know if they'll be useful at all, but... Oh, well, here we go. Okay, so... Today we were visited by a strange-looking little man. He's a trader. He insisted his prices are so low that it's practically like cutting his own throat. So... we offer a map for the bullets. Yeah, let's get the map again. So we got the map back. We lost the bullets because we traded them, but we really need water. So he tried to sell fried cockroaches on a stick. He looked disappointed. So we lost the bullets, got the map. She needs water. Open in the name of freedom came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people probably armed. I maybe should have kept those bullets in hindsight. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? That's a good question. Because it could be the army, or it could be robbers. Let's try it. Well, we're not dead, so that's good. We regretted opening the door the minute we saw who was standing on the other side. Dark faces, rifles, and determined look of a band of teenagers. We're doomed, we thought. Then out of the blue, one of them asked us if we're with the Reds. We never supported the Red Sox, so we confidently said that we weren't. The tensions dropped immediately, and those nice young people gave us 2 bottles of water. Okay, so we got extra water. That's great. They also told us to have no fear since Wolverines are around. We're not sure what Wolverines have to do with all of this, but we took their word for it. So they gave us water, so that's good. So now we should have enough for a little bit. And she needs to eat, and we should be good on food. As we were considering alternatives to the canned soup diet, a sudden knock at the door broke our line of thought. It turned out we were visited by a band of survivors who were in pretty bad shape. All they wanted was something to drink, a bite to eat, or at least clean bandages and medicine to attend their wounds. We can give them soup. Day 51. Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude, so they ended up taking it, but we didn't get anything in return, it seems. A group of doctors knocked on our door today, requesting some supplies that would have been helpful in refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt they were the real deal for a second. They did have lab coats and everything. Shall we help them? Should we give them a bottle of water? I think we only have like 4 or 3 of them. But they might give us something, like a med kit or something. That might be more useful. Day 52. A bottle of relatively clean water is the closest we will ever get to hydrogen peroxide. Oh, so they didn't give us anything for the water. That's not good. But we still have a little bit. Again, with the military stuff, we do not have the card, so we can't use that. Day 53. We missed our chance to let the military know, and she's no longer thirsty. So this one we kind of just go through. The last time we went out for an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank sitting there out in the open. It looks damaged, but it may contain useful supplies. Yeah, go see if you can find something. Oh. I think we lost. The end. Yeah, we lost. The last thing we expected was a giant explosion. We could hear the debris falling from the sky and hitting the sad remains of our house. The tank must have been booby-trapped or contained volatile explosives. Why did we do it? Why? Oh man, so she blew up in the explosion. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task, we tell you that much. We held out for 54 days, so I mean, that wasn't that bad. I thought we were going to die a lot sooner. I mean, he died off pretty fast, but... Well, that's the end of this one. If you did enjoy it, definitely subscribe. I'm going to play this a little bit more, maybe try to figure out different endings and stuff. I'm not sure how long it goes on, like how many days, but I'm going to try to see how far we can get with it. Again, if you liked it, definitely subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.